Everyone. Hello everyone. So welcome back to the new session. This is third session of the practical live Linux learning. So in the third lesson that we are understanding the permission, like file permission from the scratch. So first of all, we are solving by using this terminal through which you can understand. So first command is pwd that we use as a first command. So it will give the root. What are the directories we have? So show me the current location of this one. So it will show as a root slash Gotham. Okay. So let's break down this. Look like its root is a home directory and Gotham is like you are currently inside which directory. Okay. So like check the current user. Who is the current user? So who am I? So this root is the current user of this thing. Okay. The Linux permission was based on this user. So every file belongs to an user. Okay. Now create like folder. So for creating the folder, we can create mkdir. So like permission, permission labs. Okay. So why the permission file permission is important? Because if a file have a three user one, user two, user three, if we don't provide a permission, all this thing assign permission. So if user A can delete user B data and user B can modify the user C data. So that's why that's the file permission is important. Okay. And the file have the user, owner, user, and all this thing. Like creating a practice folder, we created the mkdir permission and we can see that it is created. Okay. So mkdir help to create a directory. Okay. So ls we can like pwd, we can see this thing. Okay. So ls we can see that this directory is created. Okay. The ls command, using this we can list of files and directories. Okay. Now we have to enter into the permission directory. So we write permission cd for getting into the current directory. So this one, permission lab, lab. Okay. So we are at the permission lab. So now how can we, if we write pwd, so it will show that in root directory Gotham directory, and inside the Gotham directory we have the permission tab. Okay. cd means change directory. Okay. So again we see pwd, we have reached to this position. Now every file can be created will be inside this folder. Okay. So if first we created the file, that is touch, by using touch we can create a file. So for that we have report.txt. Okay. The file is created and this is an empty file. Okay. So if we try ls, so it will show that inside this directory we have this report.txt. Okay. And we create another file, that one is script one, touch, that is script.sh. Okay. So and again we use ls command to see that report.txt and script.sh is here present here. Now we have to create a directory, another directory, that is mkdir. So we using mkdir in this, that is data. Okay. That is created. Okay. And again we have to check by ls, one root directory is there and two file we have. Okay. Now what is the current structure? So how I saw this thing. So for showing this thing, let me do. Okay. So fix this thing. So if I want to show anything, it will be visible on this side. Okay. So let's switch for 1 second in uh, this setup. So let's see, the setup is like we have created. So in this setup, we have to understand we have a so we have what we have, like we have permission, okay. So permission lab, okay, and inside this have report, okay, report and the script and then a data directory, okay. See, and we understand by this one, okay. So again, we don't need to go at that place and check everything. So we are comfortable with this one, okay. So you can understand if you follow this script, you understand how the structure look like, okay. The most important command that we use here is that ls-l. So it will show that uh, user access, owner, and the file size, date of modification, and the file names, okay. All this thing is there. So let's decode one by one. So that is the thing is that so if -r is written, so let's decode the thing, how it's like important and how we like manage the thing, okay. So for that one, we have to see in this screen. So let's see on the screen. So if we have like hyphen r w hyphen r double hyphen and r and this double hyphen, okay. So these are coding. So this means that in plain code, this means that one, okay. This is like this stand for the one, okay. This stand for the 2, 3, 4. This stand for the 5, 6, 7, and this stand for the 8, 9, 0, okay. Okay, plain character. For the plain text, for when we have a simple plain text, so this hyphen is given, okay. For the plain text, the hyphen is given, okay, for the plain text, okay. And for the regular file, so regular file, if we see any drw, okay, and then hyphen r hyphen r double double, so this means that this is a directory, okay, regular file, okay. D stand for listen directly. And if we see this term, technical term is rw, so r mean read, w mean write, and this thing is like this is thing is that executing. So r mean read, w mean write, and this hyphen is the read write. So this will return at w r wait w this one, okay. And read owner or edit owner, but don't execute by the owner, okay. And this is like group, okay. So this is file type. So let's write here. So if we write this rw hyphen r double dash and r double dash, so this mean that file type, this is the file type, okay. So this guy, this three whole guy is represent as owner, okay, owner, okay. And this three whole written as a group, okay. And this whole is represented as other, okay. So you understand all this concept, just recall it. Okay. So if it is written as like for the owner, you can see that r is written. That means owner can read it, write it, but can't execute. So that's why it's like space is blank. For the group, group can only read, okay, not write or not execute. For the others, only can read, not write, only not execute. So this is like a decoding of all these things, okay. So cannot modify. So why file permission exist? Imagine a server. So we have imagine a server in which we like three guys are given, like Alice, okay, Alice, Bob, and Charlie, okay. So Alice, Bob, and Charlie we are. Okay. So you can see that without permission, Alice can like Bob can delete his file. Okay, Alice data file. Okay, and Alice can modify the Charlie data. So we can that Linux prevent this using the file permission bits. Okay, so that's why it's important. That's why the permission exists. Okay, so anyone can like modify all these things. Okay, so current permission we can see that this is -rw or this one this. Okay, so notice that no one can execute no execute permission. So add execute permission for that one. So what we have to write? So adding the permission, adding in the permission inside this one. So what we have to write? So for the giving the permission, we have to write chmod. Okay, user give a like execute u plus the user get a permission of execute in this script, in which file is script.sh. Okay, so now we can see that user is a owner. We add the execute permission. Okay, now like in meaning that give a execute permission to the owner. Now we have to see ls-l. Now we can see this. Now we can see that in a script directory the user have the permission. So let's break down here. Okay, in this file tab. Okay, so in this position, okay, so we see this thing. Okay, so we see this thing. So in this thing we are like saying that in this thing we have to, let's see that in this case we give the permission, we give this permission to the scripts. For that one, what we have to write? Like for that one we have like chom, like cm mode to user plus execution permission, in which file? Like a script file. So script.sh. Okay, so you can see here in the script file the user get the permission of x. Okay, so x means the user, this is the user, this is the like group, this is like others. Okay, user have read, write, and execute permission. Okay, you understand clearly? So now move to the like next thing, that is inside this one. Okay, now how we check? We check by this thing. Okay, and the difference is that before the difference we can see that in script file only that rw is and hyphen is given, but in this rw and x is given. Okay, and execute is added inside this one. Now create a real script. So for that one I have to like create a simply a real script. For that one, nano script dot sh. Okay, so like its type of nano script is a type like a bin. Okay, hashtag this one here is slash bin slash bash. Okay, bash. Okay, like echo hello, and like creating as hello Siddharth. Okay, now so like we have to do control o, like control o and enter. Okay, control x and control x. Okay, so like we execute with run and this thing. So like I like execute this thing. Okay, now we have to run this thing. Okay, to run this thing we have like on the, we have to go to a script file, script.sh. So it will show the hello file. So it in this file we executed the things. Okay, how we execute? So first of all we have to go to nano. Okay, nano script. Okay, .sh, and we get this file. Okay, we have to clear all this thing. Okay, So for this thing, how we clear, read out, execute, clear, like. mm, So this is the step through which we hashtag what we have to like to, if we have to run the script. So I have simply like hashtag this info slash bin slash bash. Okay, by the hashtag this info exclamatory marks bin slash. So in that case, we have to just print what we have to print this hello once again. Okay, once again, and I am executing this script. Okay, and first of all we have to save this like the file name, write the script with X, and we have to like, control X. Okay, okay, okay. So control O, enter, and two line is written, and we have to give, and we have to run this file by writing this one. So script this one, and this line is not like unexpected script line. Okay, so why we are going, we are inside the script, so we are just okay. Command line is not found, so like unexpected EOP is not matching. So I think something some error is happened. Okay, I have to like check this nano. Okay, so I think this is missing. I think this thing is missing in this script. This thing. Okay, control O, file save, control X. Okay, now we call script, so you can say oh, hello once again, I'm executing the script. Okay, so this is how the owner get the permission to execute the file. Okay, now remove how we remove the execution from the user. So simply same as, but instead of this plus, where we give this plus thing. Okay, that's we have give this plus for removing. We simply like for writing this one like chmod. Are you seeing this screen or not? Okay, okay. For this one, you have to write chmod user, remove this execution thing, and that script from which is script.sh. Okay, so you remove this script thing. So ls, you have to check by lsl. So you can see that this thing is removed from the user in the script file. Okay, try running. So if we are try to run this file script.sh, select permission denied. So like in this we can see that permission is denied. Okay, so why permission denied? Because execute bit is removed. Okay, so like Linux convert the permission to a number. For reading it take 4, for writing it 2, for execution is 1. So like RWX stands for the 4 plus 2 plus 1. Okay, it's total 7. So like example, if we have RW and hyphen, it is 6. Okay, this one. So let me explain one more thing. So that is one more thing that we have to explain. That is like so read is given as a 4. Okay, for the read thing, so value is given as a 4. Okay, and the this is the read permission, and for the write permission it is given as a 2, and the for execute process it is given as a 1. So if we write like a RWX, so this means a read, write, and execute permission total 7. If we have RW, this means that it will be have like RW written 6, and if we write only R, so it will be 4. Okay, so if any of thing is given, so for example, if we write RW and this hyphen, so what does it mean by this? Is mean as 6 because we have read and write operation. Okay, so for example, like if we like command if you write the command that is 755. So if I have a command like 755, like chmod, okay, modify this thing, okay, inside the script dot sh. So let's break down what does this mean. We are like giving the permission, and this is 7, so this will be 7, like 7 mean that owner, and this is some files, so owner have some permission of everything, so read, write and execute. And if it's 5, so how the combination become 5? Read and execute. So like group have only permission to read hyphen and execute, this is also 5. And other also have read hyphen execute, okay. So this will be look like, okay. So like this permission look like this one, okay. So let's try this thing in our like terminal. Let's try, okay. So in terminal we can see that how we write chmod is 755 to the script dot sh, okay. And now ls hyphen l. Now we see this one exactly, rwx r hyphen x, okay. So we understand everything. Let's move to the next thing. This is industry standard for the script, so it's like 755 all this thing, okay. What do you mean by like 644? So if we write 644, so this means that see if like chmod 644 to the script script dot sh. So in that case, and ls hyphen l. So you can say that, so you user have this read and write 4 plus 2, and 4 mean read, only read, okay. So these are the output, okay. So this one, an owner can read or write, group can read, and other can be also read. So most common permission of this file. So if we write like, what happen if we write chmod, okay, 600, okay, to the script file, okay, script dot sh, okay. So let's see how it's look like. So this will look like if only user have a permission to write or read, and group have nothing, either have nothing to read or write, okay. So use for why this is a use, so 600. So these are used for the SSH key, password and private data, okay. So you have to practice until you get command on this output, all this thing, okay. So these are the permission, okay. So let's practice until you get output like this thing, okay. So let's think. So let's do this thing, okay. Okay, so these are the different type of permission you can understand, okay. Okay, and this is exact level of experience in the interview level you like interview may be expecting from the you, okay. In the next session, like this in the next major topic of the mastering the LSLA hidden command ownership and this thing, okay. So let's see. Before moving to the another topic that are like important, that is crown, okay. So let's move to the another topic, that is crown, okay. That is crown, okay, not crown, okay. Ch, like until we will have chmod, okay. Chmod na, okay. Chmod in the ch owner, okay. So modification, we are modifying character modification. Now ch owner, ch group, grp, okay. ch, okay. And the special permission, make sure that you can perform 10-minute permission drill without looking at the notes, okay. You understand everything? Now the permission drill that is we are doing right now, so let's try like do something. So first of all we have to move to the script page, okay, the script page, okay. And here we are at the script page and we clear everything. I clear everything, okay. So first of all we have this permission type. So cd we are at the permission, okay. So in ls what we have, like ls we have like details, report, all this thing, okay. What we have to do, we have to clear all this thing, okay. So like rm what we have to delete, this is permission lab, like no we cannot like delete the permission labs, okay, because it have some values, okay. So instead of we have to remove by using this one rm -r. So let's see permission lab, okay. No, like how can we delete this permission? So instead of, let's delete individually. So hyphen r data report.txt, because these are the empty file, okay. Let's try one more forcefully. If what here rf forcefully permission lab, okay. So let's see ls, still everything is there, okay. So data report.txt, okay, script.txt. Let's see. So we cannot remove because it have some value. So instead we have to remove this thing, okay. We cannot remove data because no such directory, so no such directory as a data. So how we delete? 1 second. Okay. So like removing the dr, so removing the dr, so we can use rmdr, okay. Remove our directory, that is like permission labs, okay, labs. So in that, like rmdr is not found, so like how we delete this thing? So let's see. So what can we use? And this one is the permission. So now we have to run this command, that is rmf permission. Applying rmf, rf is also permission lab, okay. Again ls. So now only the script is not deleting, and only script is not deleting. So like report data, we cannot like no such directly was. So like how we remove script, okay, okay. Deleting the script. Let me see what we have to do. Let's check have some values. So ls, okay. script as such. Okay, ls permission, ls we don't have any file. Okay, so we are ls we don't have any file, so ls hyphen l, we can see that we have total value of 0, so we don't have any value. So we are like, we have to see that if we don't practice how we delete, create file, all this thing, so this much problem we face. Okay, for that one we have created this permission lab, and we add some files, that is like this one. This is file 1.txt. Okay, and this is file 2, that is so file 2. Okay, file 2.txt. Okay, and another is like file 3, no, script.h that we use, script.sh. So we created the file, we see the ls. By seeing the ls, we have 3 files. Okay, if we see the ls, so ls hyphen l, we can the list of all this thing. Okay, okay, so like decode the permission, we understand this have a read and write operation, this only like group have a read. Okay, so we understand all this thing. Okay, now file name, that is regular. Okay, read write group only, so numeric mean that all this thing is a different. So make sure that script is executable. Okay, and executable. Okay, uh, so okay, and script is executable. And if we write this chmod mode, chmod 755 to this script.sh, so it will look like, so ls hyphen l is look like this thing. We can see this one. Okay, if we like permission to just give a full permission to give full permission. Okay, 7 okay, so script file, then file 1. Okay, file 1 dot txt, file 2 dot txt. Let's see ls hyphen l, so we can see whole values inside this one. Okay, so these are the question what 7.5 like owner need like full control. Okay, so if you write something. Okay, so and we, if we have a private directory, so we use 700. Okay, okay, so quick interview question will be, what does the chmo like ch mod does? Like change file or directory permission. Okay, change the file directory permission. Okay, what does the 755 mean? So 755 mean like owner have full control, 5 mean like group have like read and execute process. Okay, and why 77 is dangerous? So this thing is dangerous because everyone can read, modify and execute all this thing. Okay, and what does the first d mean in like, what does the first d mean? So d mean like directory we have, this hyphen mean that, so regular line, that is regular line, so all this thing. Okay, so we are moving to the next session, that was based on advanced, based on the lsa hidden file ownership group change. Okay, suid gid. Okay, so let's move to the next part, like second part. Okay, inside this one, so let me change this thing. Okay, let's start the another session through which like inside, let's wait for 2 minutes, and we are starting the another session through which we can understand how we do all things. Okay, let's move to the free terminals, that is 1 2. Okay, and now let's start, that is Now the thing is that ownership, okay, when we're talking about the ownership group and the hidden file, all this hidden files, we are talking about the groups, hidden file, and this special permission. So we are talking about like group, special file, owner, and this thing, this topic covered. Okay. So first of all, now we are moving from the basic Linux to the like Linux administrator level. Okay. So first phase one is that we have to create like permission. Like we have like first of all we create a CD like mkdir. Like first of all I have to create the permission lab where we are doing this one. Okay, we created and the pwd. We see the root. So we have cd2 permission. No, look here like rm permission. First of all, we have to create a lab. Okay, like we cannot. This is not a is a directory. So rm m dir rmdir. So like rmdk like with permission. So rmdk command is not exist. So what like if you want to delete any directly rmdir. So rm so dir. Okay, dk is instead of dik I have like r. Okay, so this directory is created. Okay, then this first of all I have to create my own directory mkdir. Okay, that is Gotham. Okay, and then again mkdir. Okay, permission lab. Okay, lab is created. Okay, if you want to see like cd and permission lab we are, and if you want to like we are in the permission lab and we want to see the print the directly, so we are at this point. So what about this Gotham is created? Like why it's not showing Gotham? Let's leave it. So first of all we have to create some file that is like okay, this is touch, it is visible dot text. Okay, and this another was is the hidden text. Okay, and for the hidden we have to like dot. Okay, hidden dot txt text. Okay, so we created all this file and we have to see ls we only see visible task. Okay, if we want like hidden text is not visible. For hidden text visible, for visibility, for we have to write lsla to see the all visible file. So we can see that like hidden file is there. Okay, two directories are created. Okay, like one is Gotham and one permission labs. Okay, and two thing is created. Okay, this one. Okay, so first of all I have to delete the directory. So rmdir Gotham like remove directory, no such file directory, no such file directory written as Gotham. So like so okay, this is capital Gotham G. So fail to remove Gotham's, no such file as Gotham. Yeah, just leave it. Okay. So it's the concept is that if we use lsla, in that case we like see the hidden file. Okay. So if we see hidden file, okay, for like current. So if we write cd hyphen, this will be like current folder. If we like cd double dash, so in that case we move to the another directory like parent directory. Okay. Okay. It's like ownership. Every file has the, like the term is that we discuss this. This is like for the command for like hidden file. Okay, when we're talking about the ownership, okay, owner and the group. Okay, so cd cd what here like cd we use like cd per, like permission lab cd permission lab. Okay, okay, we are in the permission, and if we like make a list, what are the this thing uh list, okay, hyphen l, we see that visible, uh we see that rw this Gotham, okay, developer root, okay, root and zero this one, okay, root and root are this like this thing, okay. Mm, look how we have to like change to like we want like change for this one like okay, okay. So for example ls this one, so like this thing is giving about the idea of permission. One is the hard link, it explains a hard link, and this is about like owner and who is the developer, okay, what is the size, okay, and what the date and this file name, okay. So this is all thing about this thing. So now the change the file owner, how I change the file owner, okay. Now main thing is like how to give someone permission and how I change the file owner. So for that one we have like a sudo count new owner owner file, okay. So like so this thing we have permission all this thing in permission tab, okay, and we create a touch or like we don't have created this permission tab, we don't created any extra thing, we have to create a touch permission all this thing happen report all this thing we have ls ss report added secure. Now we have to see now we have to change the owner, okay. So like I change the owner, change the owner for this one. So like we have different like first of all we have to create a touch report dot txt touch what we have report and report script dot sh. For this one like now it mkdir, so mkdir data, okay. We have created and we have to see the ownership, so we know how we assign ownership. So for that one ls hyphen l, okay. So we said different type of datas, okay, data as such visible all things, okay. Now we have to see that root is the owner and we want to change this owner. So for that one what we have to like change the owner sudo change the owner. Okay, Alice, Alice2, which report? Like report txt. So in that case, invalid at the see invalid user Alice. Okay, but let's see. Invalid. So still root. Don't change the owner. So how I change the owner? So like Alice is an invalid user. So like ch existing user. So ID Alice. No, no such user. No such user. How you add user? Who is the user? And users. So we have to what the users. Cat. You want to see extra users, so slash etc. It is used to see others user like pass. What? So like these are the. If I write how many users we have. Okay. This will and the first and this field will be for demand Ubuntu Alice. So Ubuntu, but I don't see this user. So this is exactly because I this is exactly why this failed. So like invalid user that is okay. The user currently will Ubuntu a KC terminal. So like uh, change sudo to Ubuntu. So then in this case there is no such user, no such user. So that's why it's not using. So like sudo one one two one two to like report. So I like Ubuntu like we have to change the user to change user to like Ubuntu in the report.txt. Ubuntu is not is a user, so Ubuntu is not again daemon www.asylogs most other like root Ubuntu and case and terminal sudo owner owner Ubuntu report.txt. Okay, and now like I changed the owner to Ubuntu and we have to like ls. Now we can see that I changed the owner of this thing. We have only three users like root, Ubuntu, and KC internal. That's why it's face problem. So okay, now change the owner of this one. Okay, I want to now change the group. I want to change the group. So changing the group, I use sudo change group. This thing like this thing to the KC KC internal. So like KC internal internal. Okay, to report.txt. Okay, oh sorry, so txt. So now it change invalid like invalid group. Okay, grp. So like why it's showing invalid group? So how we find? Let's see. So like is invalid group. KC is a user, not necessary a group. Like change group, like we have to again see get or like to see. Okay, So in your entry, I can see that sudo dot, these are the like entry, these are the group. So Ubuntu, so group we have like, I have to change this one. These are not group, these are the user. Okay. So like these are the users. So like Ubuntu 1 2 x is equal to 1000 0.2. So now let's see, these are the group. Okay. So invalid group. Why this invalid group? Let's see. They might see like something like this. How can I find this thing? Okay, let's find the group inside this thing. So like finding the group, create your own group. So group add developer. Select inside the group, developer, developer. Okay, like group add. And how can I add like owner? A group add this developer. Okay, how I add owners? Like group add owner add. So like we can add owner add some add. So I can, if I add group, so I can, so if I add a group, so I can also add, so group add developer is correct. But when we try to like user, and if you want to create the user, for that user add hyphen or m, and this is got some is adding. Okay, now user is add inside this one. Okay, so now clear this thing. Clear. Okay, now clear this thing, everything. Okay, now you ls, first of all I have to see this how we look like. In this we can see the report is like txt, and now we have to assign this, change the owner of this report. So this one I have to like change owner to Gotham inside it. CAU map inside what script, inside the report report dot txt. Okay, so I can see now I change it. You can see that owner of this one is changed. Okay, so I think this is 55-minute lecture, and now we finish as soon as possible. And we, if we want to change the group of this one, so we add the group that we call as a developer. So in a sudo change group, for the group developer inside a report dot txt. So we can see that ls hyphen l, oh sorry, ls hyphen l. So we can see that this will be changed Gotham and developer inside this one. So we changes the group. Okay, and everything recursive programming. So like step 11 is like change the group. Now we move to the another thing is that what is recursive permission? Recursive permission. Now we have to create one thing, that is mkdir p permission project src. Okay, and touch, we add the touch inside touch, and touch file one. Okay, and touch project src and file 2. Okay, so this one have project 1 have like we created a directory in which project, okay, inside this is src, and file 1 in src2. In src we created a file 2. Okay, now apply recursive thing. Okay, like see, like we change this modification, change and modification, change directory, that is r, that is r capital, r capital, and 7. So like we can see that. So at lsl, and this is root, this is data, this is project, all this thing happen. Okay, so what if we are like, how we change, let's see, like move to project. Okay, then ls -l. Now we can see that file 1, okay, inside an src, inside src all this thing happen. Okay, so now like chmod modify -r 755, this means full owner all thing project. Okay, so like project can't be accessed, so we have to do a cd, we have to move one step backward. Okay, no cd there. So we move backward, cd double, we move backward and apply this command. Okay, now ls -l, so we can see all this permission inside this project, and this is directory, and we write all this thing. Okay, now verify ls by what it, like ls l and capital R. So we can see that total 0. So project have total 4, file 1, file 2. Okay, and project src have 0, that is file 2. So like everything inside now has 755 permission. So in this file have a 75 permission, 755 permission. So all we got 755 permission. So by using this technique we can assign all the permissions. So now this is like recursive permission, and now we move to like a special permission. This is the last topic I have to like cover today. Like what is special permission? So for this special permission, what we're like chmod, okay, 4755. So what does it mean? Like we know the 755 mean. What does 4755 mean? To the script dot sh. Okay, so like ls -l2 script dot sh. So this is like a special permission. Okay, we see that like read write s. Okay, s in the execute is s r x, all this thing. So it s. So replace the replace owner executable bit. Okay, okay, so it changes everything. Okay, so replace the owner executable bit, and if we write chmod 255 instead of 4, owner executable bit, and this is 425, now 4755. Okay, to data, and ls fn ld, or earlier we had ld data, that is directory. We see that this directory like read write executable this thing and 2. So we change like in this like all this thing and sr. So it, if you write 2, so it change the like change the like in group section, we see in the group section. Okay, and sticky bit, if we write this thing chmod 177 to 177 to the data, and when we have like ls, we have to find the directory, this data. So in that case we have to see that the rw and the rws and 1 is given to this one, 2 directory and this data. So at the end of this one, and at the end this is t, so this sticky bit. So final drill is all this thing. Okay, so we have to understand what is like special special sticky bit. So what is the use of sticky bit? What is the use case of a sticky bit? So use case of sticky bit use cases and a special. So like a special permission in Linux is read, write, and all these things. So like set a user. So you have to set anything either. Then the Linux has a three special permission like SUID, GUID, and like S special user ID. All this thing. So sticky bit is mainly used on directory. It prevent user from deleting the file, using a user from deleting the file, then belonging to other user. Okay, that belonging to other user like shared like Gotham.txt and Alex.txt. The user are Gotham and Alex. So without sticky bit, Gotham can delete the Alex.txt file. With CXT, Gotham can delete only Gotham.txt file. Alice can delete on Alex.txt file. Okay. So like if we have temp like LID, we have to check this is given. So like notice that and last we have T value, that is sticky bit. So like symbolizing that CMD to the shared one. So numerically we can say that it is like 177 shared, meaning that one is sticky bit and 7 is like all the permission. Okay. So verified was set a user ID. So when a program run, what is it? Set a user ID. So when a program run, it run with the permission of the file owner. Okay. Then that's in that case we set a permission to the user special like special execution power to the user as and why normal user because why normal user change password. Okay, but the password belongs to a root. So SUID allow that program run as a root. Okay, even when they started by the normal user. Okay, so like set SUID to the special character, or we can simply like 4755. Okay, set group ID. Like file created indirectly inherit of a directory group. So useful for the team collaboration. So like we created the MKDIR project and like CHMOD G plus S project. So instead we get CHMOD plus 2775. So in that case output will return as a S inside the group. Okay, so these are the special thing. Okay, so try to practice all this special permission and permission. Okay, so thank you for joining this session. Bye bye.